Hey y'all, so today is the day that I'm going to be getting my derma peel chemical peel. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous just because I'm terrified that I don't think anything's gonna go wrong, but I've seen a lot of stories online of people who got some kind of chemical peel and then their faces were just permanently hyperpigmented for the rest of their lives, or it took them 5 years to fix whatever happened from their chemical peel. So I'm gonna go to work and then I'm gonna take an early lunch break to go get this done. I'm excited, and yeah, I'm excited mostly to see the peeling process over the next couple of days. So that should be interesting. Okay, so this is what my skin, let me take this off. This is what my skin looks like currently. It doesn't look too bad, but let me bring you closer because I feel like the sun from this window is making my skin look nice and smooth, but this is kind of what we're working with. I kind of have really dark area around here. This has been my natural contour, and then this area around here, which is typical for this area to be darker than the rest of your face, at least for people with darker skin tones. And then same thing, the natural contour here. I have this right here, and then the ones on my forehead are kind of, the thing is they're not that bad. It's just, they're very obvious. To me, they're very obvious. So it'd be nice if we could get this layer off. But I'm really thinking that it'll probably take a couple of peels for this all to go away. But it's kind of expensive, so I don't know what this is gonna look like. But we'll try it the first time and see what the experience is like, and then we'll see.
Feeling. Sing it again. We've got your post-peel moisturizer, and we've got your mineral sunscreen, and then we've got your post-peel towelettes. Day one, the treated area will feel tight and may appear slightly darker, totally normal. So if it does look darker, don't think, oh no, it's pulling the pigment to the surface. And a lot of times that's why we do have to have more treatments. You're all set.
Thank you so much. Okay, so the appointment is done, and this is kind of what my face looks like. So she says that my face is gonna look a little orange on the first day, so it'll look a little orange and then start getting tight, and then by the second day it'll look really, really tight. So we're gonna see what this looks like. I am excited. So it has been 6 hours so far. Currently I notice a little darkening of my skin. I'm looking at a mirror, that's why I'm looking here. But currently I notice a little darkening of my skin, just a little bit. And so I feel like that's a foretelling that tomorrow my face is gonna darken even more. I have the packet that they gave me, and it says that after 6 hours you can wash it off. So I'm probably gonna wash it off. I don't remember the instructions that she gave me. So let's see what this thing says. So one thing that I'm noticing here is, so I remember her saying to apply the moisturizer because I'm above a Fitzpatrick 4. I guess that's the typing system for depending on how pigmented your skin is. I remember her kind of mentioning that because I was like, what's a 4? So I think I'm gonna have to use the post-peel moisturizer after I wash my face. One thing I find really interesting though is, so it says if you're not experiencing any irritation, the peel solution can remain on until your evening cleansing, or it may be left on overnight for a deeper peel. Huh. Not gonna lie, I'm tempted to leave it overnight. Like right now it doesn't hurt or anything, but I kind of just want to be able to like put my face flat on a pillow. But I'm really tempted to leave it overnight because I'm like, I paid for this. I want a deeper peel. You know, I don't want to have to go back 15 times for this to do what it needs to do. So I'm very tempted to do the overnight thing. I'm just worried. Like I'm worried of messing my skin. I mean, it says you can do it, but I'm thinking that instead of washing my face right now, I think I'm going to leave it for a few more hours. I think I'm going to try to go to, it's currently 6 something, maybe a little, oh, what's the time? It's currently probably like a few minutes past 6, I think. So I'm going to see if I could leave it until like 9 p.m. I don't think I'm going to do the overnight peel because I'm really scared of messing something up. Like I don't want my skin to burn or something. So I'm going to leave it for a few more hours. It's just that it doesn't burn, it's not irritated, and it says if it's like irritated, you can use the moisturizer. So in a few hours, I'm going to come back and I will wash my face and then use the cream that they provide. Let's see. What's the cream look like? So after you wash it off, this is like after you wash it off, this is like a post-peel moisturizer. So we're gonna come back and do this in a few hours. All right, friends, we're about to wash this off. As you can see, my face is very greasy, very, very greasy. You can tell like right around this area, it looks like it's squeezing a little bit. I have this, my regular face wash is pretty mild, but I have this Estee Lauder foaming cleanser. So I'm just going to use it just because I know this is very gentle on my skin. She also gave me alcohol wipes to wipe my glasses. Because I asked her will it do anything to my glasses, but she was like, she's not sure, but here's some wipes to make sure I wipe them before I go to bed so I don't leave them overnight. One thing she also said was to make sure like I pat my face dry. So not to like rub it at all, just like pat, pat, pat. And that's how I would wash my face for the entire process. So I've just patted my skin dry. I had some of it air dry and I patted the rest. So I've looked at my skin so far, and I don't mean to be dramatic, but I kind of already see stuff coming to the surface. So on my nose, and maybe, I don't know if it'll pick it up, on my nose you can kind of see blackheads rising to the surface. Like I could not see these things before. Can you see? See, is it gonna focus? I know. Hopefully you can see stuff rising, like you can see a little black. Like, these are not things you would usually be, at least that I would usually be able to see. Now I'm gonna go ahead and apply the moisturizer, the post-peel moisturizer. If you're Fitzpatrick type 4 to 7 or 4 and above, I'm not sure what it says, to use the moisturizer after you wash off the peel. Yeah, I definitely used a lot. Okay, so I'll see you for day 2. Good morning. It is now day 2, and this is what my skin is looking like. I haven't applied the post-peel solution, so on day 2 you're supposed to apply the post-peel. It's like a towelette that you're supposed to apply on your face. So I've just now washed my face. I've patted it dry. And I want to show you all what it looks like. Just making a lot of noise. And I want to show you all what it currently looks like. Last night I mentioned that I noticed it on my nose. I could see some, let's see if we can, I could see some like little dark things coming to the surface. So now I can see it on other parts of my skin. Hopefully you notice, like you see this. They look like giant pores. So, but if you look much closer, it looks like stuff is coming to the surface. I have that all over my face, so same thing on this side. Kind of see the dark, tiny dark things. Okay, and on my forehead as well. I know y'all can see that. You see these little giant dark things? I thought that's really interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and apply the post-peel solution. And I know I look a little crusty, but I'm gonna apply that. You're supposed to wait 30 minutes after applying the towelette for your face to just sit before applying like any SPF or any makeup or anything like that. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Oh, it smells terrible. Okay, I'm gonna finish getting ready for work. After 30 minutes, I'm gonna apply sunscreen on my skin, and then I'm gonna go about my day. When we say that brands don't cater to our skin type, because look at this. Like, this doesn't even look as bad as it did like 30 minutes ago. Like, I looked ashy, I looked casket ready. What I'm thinking I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go put some makeup on top of this, because my face looks, and I don't know if the camera's picking it up really well, but my face looks whiter than the rest of my face, and this is an ashy white. So I'm gonna apply makeup, because I guess when they formulated this sunscreen, they did not consider my skin type. So I'm gonna put makeup on. Okay, I think that looked so much better. I didn't want to really use a lot of makeup. I just used like a tiny bit of foundation, very tiny, and spread it around. So that already looks significantly better. All right, cool. I'll see y'all tonight. So it's currently the night of day 2. And as you can see, my skin is looking very, very dry, very crusty. I actually just washed my face, because you're supposed to wash your face, like wash what you applied in the morning, and then apply the second little towel thingy roughly on your skin, and then sleep with that on your skin overnight. So I'm gonna do that right now. It says apply it 20 to 30 minutes before you go to bed. So I'll apply it, and then see what my skin looks like afterwards, and then see what it looks like in the morning. So this is what my skin is looking like after the second towel application. And I'm gonna show you a close-up. You know how I previously mentioned that you could see those like little, they look like little blackheads. You can see them coming to the surface. They look a lot more pronounced now. The little blackhead looking things have all like more and more coming to the surface. So that's really interesting to see more kind of all over this area and this area. Whereas earlier today and I guess yesterday, I could more so see it just on my nose and like a little bit of my forehead. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, so it's the morning of day 3, and this is what my skin is looking like. So far, I haven't seen any peeling happening just yet. This is morning time. I haven't washed off the post-peel towelette from last night yet. So right now my skin, I don't even want to say it feels tight. It feels like slightly tight, but not really. But you can tell that my skin is kind of looking a little bit wrinkly. And so like when I do this, you can tell like I have some like pustules coming up like to the surface. Like I have one like right around here. But overall, you can just tell that my skin feels wrinkly and a little bit dry. So I see that for most people, they start peeling like on the evening of day 3. So let's see if that happens. Last night I had a lot of itching, so I had like itching around like my jawline area. From what I've seen, lots of people tend to itch around that area too. So because I still had the post peel towelette on, I kind of used like a, what's that thing called, like the bread tie. I used like a bread tie to like itch whatever area. So I had like areas around my forehead that was itching, and then around my jawline. So I just really used that to itch. The areas around like my eyes, so this area was kind of itchy too, and really dry. So I know that you're supposed to maybe avoid that. It would make sense to avoid that area a little bit more, but you know, I also want the area to peel a little bit. So when I applied the towelette, I made sure to like dab around that area as well. So I will show you what this looks like in the evening, but this is where we are on the morning of day 3. So this is like a few minutes later. So I went ahead and I washed off the last night's, the second post-peel towelette from last night. And I was very surprised to see that my face actually has started peeling. Mind you, this is just a few moments ago. I literally just started washing my face, and then I saw a little flake in the sink, and I was like, what is this? And then I looked up and I see flakes. So as you can see, like there's some flakes that are forming around this area, around the corner of my nose here, and then a little bit here as well. So I'm thinking that this will probably look very different by this evening, but we'll see. But I'm actually really excited now that I see some flaking. Yeah, I guess we'll see what it looks like this evening. That's crazy. So it is the evening of day 3, and as you can see, we have a lot of peeling around here. One thing though that I'm feeling like I regret is I should have, like, you know how when you apply the towelette, it says to like apply it like vigorously. I feel like I wasn't as vigorous as I could have been, because I almost feel like this peel feels very superficial. It doesn't feel as, I don't even know what a deep peel is supposed to feel like, but just from some of the ones I've seen online, like I feel like you can see like when you look at the skin underneath, it looks like it was like a lot of layers were taken from the top, but this just kind of looks like a surface layer. So I might just be saying stuff, and maybe when the rest of my face peels, it'll be like a significant amount of peeling. Good morning. It is the morning of day 4, and this is what my skin is looking like. Honestly, I expected a bit more peeling by this morning, but I see obviously this place is peeling a bit more. So I'm assuming maybe we'll get the rest of my face peeling maybe by the end of today or by tomorrow. But as you can see, I feel like my forehead is starting to peel. There's just a little crack right here, and this might just spread wide out. So we will see. I will be back in the evening. Hi. So it is currently the evening of day 4, and as you can see, It is yeah, yeah. So my cheeks is completely peeling off. Um, I've been waiting on the one on the forehead to crack. I think I did something stupid. Like I had, you know, those black dots I talked about earlier. I had one right here that I was like, oh, it just felt like I was picking at it. Which don't ever pick at it. I don't think anything bad has happened, but I hope I haven't like scarred myself from picking at it. And I know better, but it's fine. So I'm really just waiting on my forehead to start peeling as well. Um, One thing I would say though, I don't know this peeling like around this area. I know that this area was treated, and also when I used the towelettes, I treated this area as well. But I don't really see a lot of peeling, so I don't know what that's about, but we'll see what we look like tomorrow morning. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm not gonna peel this off. I'm not even gonna bother cutting it, just because I feel like when I wash my face, it's gonna fall off. So we'll see what it looks like tomorrow. So actually, I lied. I'm gonna go ahead and cut off some of this. One thing I noticed, so if you're a person who wears glasses, I just took my glasses off. You know when you have your glasses on like all day and you take them off, there's usually like a pool of oil here. Um, so I took my glasses off and like I tried to wipe off the oil, and like a flake came off with the oil. So I would say that if you just want to avoid any accidents of mistaking like pulling things you're not supposed to pull out, if you have contacts, probably try to wear contacts throughout this period. Don't sleep in your contacts though, but try to wear contacts just so that this area can naturally peel like it wants to instead of like the glasses being in the way. I'm not gonna wear contacts just because, but but that's just something to take note of. Remember, don't force anything out, just cut what you have on the surface. Okay, I think that's as far as I'm gonna go. I don't want to get too crazy, so let me show you what it looks like. These were the flakes in my sink. It's kind of gross. Overall, I think we look a little bit better. All right, see you in the morning. Good morning. So it is the morning of day 5, and this is what we're looking like. To be honest, I really thought that at this point, most of it would have flaked off because I know lots of people stop peeling by day 5. I know they say you can go up to day 7. Yeah, I still feel like I still have a long way to go with peeling around the sides. It's not looking too bad. I trimmed it last night, and I might trim today. I'm not sure. We'll see how things go. But this is what we're looking like. I'm really hoping that by the end of today, like this is done. My face has been itchy a lot, so I've been trying to like itch it by like patting instead of like doing this. I've been like patting it. Not as satisfying, but I don't want to mistakenly pull off any dead skin. But it's been very itchy. The forehead really just started peeling yesterday, whereas these 2 areas have been peeling since 2 days ago. But yeah, we'll see what it looks like this evening. Alright, so I'm going to show you how I've been washing my face since I started peeling. So I'm going to have the water turned on to warm water, just because cold water is a little too cold for me. So what I'm doing is I am rubbing a little bit, but I'm just doing kind of like light, short rubbing. So not like sweeping movements, just light rubbing, just because I don't want to mistakenly like take off a layer of skin. So just light and short. The areas that I know aren't peeling, I'm washing a bit more. So like my eyeball area, that's not peeling. So I'm just gonna wash that area a bit more. My nose, just because my nose is pretty oily, so I don't want all that oil to just So this is what we're looking like after washing. I'm just gonna pat my face dry and apply some moisturizer. So I ended up putting sunscreen on my face instead of moisturizer just because I'm going to be slightly exposed to the sun today. Like, this is what the sunscreen looks like on. I tried this a couple of days ago, and this is before I started peeling, and that was just ashy. So I ended up having to put makeup over it just because, you know, it already like dried into my skin and I was like rubbing it in. It wasn't doing anything. I know that after this experience, I would not be able to use that sunscreen. Well, I could use it, I just would have to use it under makeup. But this is what the sunscreen looks like. Okay, this looks really bad, but it's time to trim. Good morning. So it is currently the morning of day 6 and we're looking a lot better. So last night I still had a lot of flakes on my face, but after I took a shower, I'll be honest, I think I didn't like rip it off, don't worry, I didn't do any of that, but I actually washed my face a bit more vigorously, I guess, last night. So I think a lot of it fell out. So this is what we're left with this morning. This side looks pretty good, and then this side still has a lot of peeling that's still happening right around here, around my ears, and then under my jaw. So still have a little bit. Let me, if you can see this. You probably can't see it, but anyway, so I still have a little bit around my jaw area. So I'm gonna go out today. I'm actually just gonna put on my regular sunscreen and let the rest of this peel. I think by the end of today, all of this should be gone, but I think we're looking pretty good. The skin, this new skin feels very soft and very like smooth. The only thing is I don't know that a lot of the like hyperpigmentation was lifted off, which is fine. I'll probably need like several sessions of the peel, but the skin definitely feels really soft and really smooth. So I'm looking forward to giving this a few days and then applying makeup on top of this because I feel like my makeup is going to go on very smooth. I'll come back by the end of the day to show you what I look like finally. So it's the evening of day 6, and as you can see, most of the peeling is done. I just have this little area over here, this area on my forehead, and then this area down here, and the ones down here. So I actually still had a lot of peeling right under here, but today it's been like, this is the most itchy, like under my jaw has been this whole process. Like I have been trying really hard not to itch it, but it itches so bad. So I hope I haven't like caused any issues for myself, because like after a couple of hours I was like, I can't do this anymore, and so I started to like really scratch it, like not like scrape it or anything, just like really scratch it, because it itches so bad. So I just got home and I just washed the area and patted it dry, and then I'm gonna use the moisturizer on that area, but it itches so bad. Like right now I'm doing this to kind of itch it, but it itches so bad. But for the most part, this is done. Okay, so it is the morning of day 7, and we're pretty much completely peeled. We still have a little bit around our ears and a little bit around like the top of our head, like close to our hairline. But for the most part, I think last night I got a little bit impatient. I feel like, okay, so this process started out pretty strong, and now I'm just kind of over it. So last night I still had a lot of flakes under my jaw, so I went ahead and washed my face like I normally would. And after doing that, it was so sore. So that's when I realized that, yeah, I probably pulled some out that wasn't supposed to be pulled out. So please don't pull it out, just let it fall out on its own. But right now it feels better. I had to put some ice around the area just so it wouldn't like burn so much. But I think this is our last day. I think after washing my face, or I think by the end of today, this should all be gone. But so far, I think my skin looks good. I think now that all the peeling has happened, I'm able to see that it looks slightly different. I feel like the area around like my mouth area isn't as dark as it usually is. Now, it didn't help this area as much as I hoped it would, but this area, I think it did an okay job getting this area looking a bit better, or more even with the rest of my skin tone. So that's nice. But overall, I think my skin looks brighter, just a little bit brighter than what it looked like before. My skin definitely feels a bit tighter. So if you, we can't really tell because my face is dry right now, but it looks pretty, or it feels a bit tight, and I don't think that this is just related to it being dry. I had put on a ton of I put on a ton of moisturizer last night. I think this is just a as a result of the peel. We're looking good. It's the evening of day 7, and this peeled skin is still here. So I still have some right around my ears and the sides of my face. I still have some right around my edges, and then some around this part of my ears. I said that I wouldn't pull it off just because I pulled some off last night. Well, I didn't pull them off, but I washed my face normally last night, and I pulled some out. So, and that really hurt. So I'm trying to just let these do what they want to do. But it's the end of day 7. I don't know why there's still flakes on my face, and this is actually kind of annoying. So I'm gonna wash my face tonight and hope that these fall off. I'm not gonna like force anything, but I really hope that these fall off so that I can go back to normal tomorrow. But so far, my skin feels soft. It feels smooth. I don't see any blackheads, so that's nice. And I just can't wait for the rest of it to fall off. So I will see you tomorrow morning. Hopefully tomorrow morning is the last time I have to document this. So we'll see. Good morning. It is currently the morning of day 9. And as you can see, all of the peeling is gone. So we're good. So I can finally stop complaining. I do still have a little bit of peeling right around this area. I'm not peeling, just kind of like residual, I guess I want to say residual crumbs, but that makes no sense. But for the most part, you look good. I still have occasionally like a little flake from my hairline, but look at my skin. Now, I'll be honest, I don't think that I had that much of a difference in my, like, I don't think this peel went in and like pulled off all of my hyperpigmentation, but I do feel that I look a bit brighter. So not significantly brighter, but a little bit brighter. I'm not gonna go too crazy and say it looks like, oh my gosh, it looks different, but it does feel brighter. So I think it did a little bit of evening just around my face. As you can see, these areas are still dark, but they appear slightly less dark. Anyways, I'm gonna take some photos and compare like a before and after.